Hi, before I start my video, right? So if you are new to my channel and this is the first time you are watching my video, right? So kindly do subscribe to my channel. My channel name is Dr. Stocks. Do the subscribe and hit the bell notification, so that all the videos which I'm posting, right? So that will reach you uh, to your inbox quickly, so that you can have a look on it. So thanks, my dear friends. Thanks for watching.
Hi, hello, Dr. Stock viewers. Welcoming you all to my new video. In this video, today I am going to discuss about one of the most wanted stock at this moment. So, what is the stock name and what are the different things like what is happening in the stock counter for the past 5 years? Is it worth buying at this price? What are the fundamental advantages and what are the fundamental disadvantages and what are the threats that organization is facing. All this is going to be explained in detail with some illustrations as follows. So before I move on, right, so that is the stock is nothing but it's Reliance Industries, and we are going to see about the Reliance Industries rights issue. So there is one new component that is introduced in NSE, Reliance rights issue, right? So that is one of the very new component in the history of NSE. I mean, in the history of Indian market. So it's like a rights component is being issued. So this is only trading on NSE and not in BSE also. So what is the background of this and how this is going to move and what are the different things behind all these things, business stories, and how is this going to help the retail investors and how this is going to help the promoters. All these things we're going to see it in detail. So moving on with the rights issue. So Reliance is currently going on the rights issue and these are the dates. So the issue opened on the Wednesday, May 20th, and it is closing by June 3rd. So now coming to the actual part here. So after the rights issue, what will happen is the demand, right? The demand will slightly get decreased and the supply will increase. So that is the logic behind rights issue on all the entitlements. You take any stocks, right? The stock price will be coming down. So now to how to compensate this. So after the rights issue is done, once the rights allocation is done, right? What Reliance is going to be priced it from the current market price, it is going to get discounted to 1257. That is after the allotment, something like in June, from June 12th, this would be the price. Actually, when we check this, right? So how to balance this things, right? So if this rights entitlement component is not added, then what will happen is uniquely we will be having less demand and huge supply because of the rights issue, because the total number of shares which is going to be available in the market will get increased. But when they are introducing a tricky component like this, Reliance Industries RE component, there are two things. One thing is at the same price like 1500 levels, if you are willing to invest for a long-term basis on Reliance, right? So you can block the share at this levels by using this RE component. Again, one more important thing is, so to make this adjustment, right, the demand adjustment accordingly with the supply, what they did is they are making some allocation of reservation of the shares, so that what will happen is all that will be blocked accordingly and the market rolls which are available, that will be rolling up. So that is what the plan. So here comes the balance between supply and demand through this component. Now moving on with how to make specifically advantage or a profit with this particular component is the one more important thing we are going to see. So right now this Reliance RE is started to trade from May 20 and it is going to trade till the end of this month. So when you are not closing this component means you are in a position to take the delivery of the Reliance. That means that you will be paying the amount in partial basis. 1257 would be the stock rate and you will be paying 314.5 now and again 13.5 after 6 months. That is on May 2021 and again on November 2021 you will be paying the balance money like 658. So in short, you'll be getting the Reliance shares on a long-term basis with a value of 1500. So this is the one major component of Reliance Industries and thereby holding your permissible limit. That means if the people are not getting subscribed to these rights accordingly, so there are high possible chance of allocation and blocking. All these things will happen, or else the price of share will come down. So in order to prevent all these things, this new component emerged from the Reliance side. So that is one big advantage of the business, and they are having control of how to make it in a specific way. So when comparative to the current market price, right? Current market price of Reliance is 1433. That is the price, and the current rate as of now is 1433, and the stock with this Reliance entitlement is charged almost close to 40 rupees extra. Reason being, we are not going to pay the full amount as of now, whereas you can go for the bank interest and you can keep that amount in the bank interest and earn some money as interest. For that, you'll be earning somewhat like 100 rupees. Whereas here you're paying extra 40 rupees, right? On that also, you'll be in a profit of 60 rupees. Okay, moving on, right? So if you are not closing this position on the close date, okay, so what will happen is you are in the position to take delivery. So that is one thing. And again, this component have some huge potential to go up to 240 levels. That is one important thing. You can take it and you can work accordingly also. So moving on with the basic things on different wings of Reliance and what are the advantages of Reliance shareholders and what is the current trend of Reliance, fundamental analysis of Reliance, disadvantages of Reliance or threat for Reliance. All these things we are going to see in this video very shortly as topic by topic. So different wings of Reliance. So that is one of the primary advantage for this model. So if you take any stocks, right? So it's like a portfolio arrangement will be there. You will be not taking only one single stock. Whereas in different portfolios, you will be having different stocks. So whereas this Reliance is a category of stock which is having different portfolio in it. Means that there is a consolidated and standalone things happening for Reliance at this moment. So what are the components available in Reliance at this moment? So they have the primary business as refining and marketing, petrochemicals, oil and gas exploration and production, retail and digital services, media and entertainment. So apart from that, they are doing some social funding as well. So moving on with the business review. So what are the things they are doing and what are the major products and brands? Refining and marketing, this is the one important thing they are doing. And here they are refining propylene, LPG, gasoline, naphtha, high-speed diesel, sulfur, gasoline, alkylate, petroleum coke, superior kerosene oil, aviation turbine fuel, and petroleum retail. So we know that they are also in retail distribution of this petroleum things. So this all are their products. Auto LPG is going for fast at this moment. Reliance Petroleum, Reliance Gas, Avon Plaza, TransConnect, all these are their products, and Reliance Fresh and Quick Mart. So these are their products. So at this moment, I can say one more thing, like, so they are into the market for almost close to 30 years span, and they are contributing like the major people like Tata and other people. So from day to day life, right? So when we start our day with the opening from the sleep until we go to bed, right? So they try to compete in all the fields of our life. So that is their primary mode. So moving on with the next business they're doing is refining and marketing. So here also these are the major things they are carrying out, like mega trends like bottomless products, slate, oil to chemicals, technology revolution, new energy, clean fuel, and they're doing this at the extents as well. So some of the things they have mentioned. Testing class portfolio, increasing the advantage, all these things like the logistics and so. Third important business they're doing is oil and gas exploration and production. So these are the main important things they are carrying out. Like the mega trends is energy security within jurisdiction and advantage oil, and their strengths developed separately. It's like safety, partnerships, and resilient infrastructure and project execution. Moving on with the next major business, it's the fourth major business, retail. So in retail, we have so many things lined up, like Reliance First, Reliance Smart, Reliance Market, Geo Digital Life, and all these things are concerned directly with the Reliance in the basis of Reliance Retail. So the main advantage here is the number of stores opened over the last 2 years is for every 10 days once they're opening any one of these counters, and we can see a large number of Reliance Smarts are coming at this moment, and Geo Digital Life also came across me. So have this as a main important thing. We'll be going to use this number of stores opened on a day. I mean, for 10 days once they're opening one store like that, right? So it's like we're gonna see this as a fundamental factor whether this has gained the improvement in the profit of the company or not during the fundamental things. So moving on with the next important thing, the retail wing, a continuation of the retail wing. So it's like we have a retail space of around 10,415 shops as of now. Trends is nothing but like things which we will be having our ready-made things, right? The collection of all the things, like it will be attracting the teenagers at this moment, and it is going to be one of the good business for them coming under the Reliance retail chain. So next important thing is the digital services. Almost digital services something like the fifth wing of them. So in this they are giving multiple services, and Geo now after 2017, right? So they are regaining into power and they are number one leading service provider in India. So everyone will be connected through mobile. So that is like a depopulated country like India, mobile services will be the main important thing. So they're providing so many apps, and accordingly the apps are getting rated. So they are also, that's also one of the good important things. So they are working on the storage platform on GeoCloud, GeoNet, and that is something different. GeoNet is going to come very soon, right? So some of the parts it has come and it is getting spreaded, GeoFiber. So these are all the things which is embedded there inside the Geo stream. So that is also going good at this moment. So there is some trend, and we have some good things happening here: coverage, capacity, distribution, everything, and that's good. So moving on with the last important thing, that would be media and entertainment. In media and entertainment, TV, that is the network 18 is completely owned by the Reliance Group, and it is having a comprisal of 55 channels. So that is the complete things. And one more important thing, like what are the other components, right? Digital commerce, they are also present over there. And popular booking ticket site Book My Show belongs to Reliance, and Home Shop 18 is also belonging to Reliance. That is quite a good advantage for them. So it's like a completely a mixed type of thing they are doing at this moment. It's like a combination of 6 platforms they are operating, and that is the one major important advantage in the different wings of Reliance. So moving on with the fundamental analysis of Reliance. So we're going to see some important parameters, not all the parameters. So currently Reliance is listed under the oil and gas sector, and the PE of that particular industry is 18.65. And the PE of Reliance overall consolidated with all the businesses 24.6. And separately for ONG, I mean the oil sector alone, the Reliance PE is slightly higher, that is 31.38, but consolidatedly it is very less. So again, there should be some re-rating coming to this stock. The reason being, it is giving a wide presence, and that is happening as a very large sector and very growing sector for the past 2 years. They are growing the retail chain like anything, and they are growing the voice business on Geo, that is the mobile communication business on Geo like anything. So it seems like there should be some correction in the PE values of Reliance, means that it will be getting some different valuations. So it means like down the line, the stock has the capability to move to 2000 to 3000 levels, but there is some subject to risk, like the company need to make these changes, and this all things that will be discussed in the upcoming things. So where we will be going for the valuation section, all these things we will be discussing there. So this is the one major thing on the PE part. I'm now moving to other things, like how the company is performing, what are the flags. So promoter holding is very good. They are holding around close to 48.87 at this moment, and debt to equity is also fine at this moment, and interest coverage ratio is also fine at this moment. But ultimate G score is something very less to 1.95, means that the company is not utilizing their capital properly. That is what we can see. Ultimate G score is the combination of how the company is going to reinvest their profit, and how they manage their asset, and how they produce the profit accordingly. So ultimate Z score need to be above 2.99. That means that would be a very good attractive company to make the investments. And again, share price is 1432 at this moment. So I'll be covering all these things in a very soon. So what is the best price to get Reliance, and what are the things, other things. So basically at this moment, all the basic components on fundamentals are slightly okay at this moment, but valuation wise, the price is slightly higher. I'm going to justify all these things very shortly. So everything is fine at this moment when comparatively with other things in this sector. So we'll be getting a different return on equity, return on capital employed, on all these things. There is some corrections coming on other stocks, but I mean, basically this is fine, but still we want to check about the valuations to look on 1432 whether it is a good price to buy or not. There should be some more checks. So let's move on straightly to the checks now. So I'm going to do some preliminary checks here. My next part of coverage here is the valuation part. So when we do a fundamental analysis, right? So market might give any stock any price, but still there should be some best rate to buy the stock. So that is the reason why we are doing the fundamental analysis. Now, so when I compare the last 5 years data of Reliance, right? So the book value is peak on 2017, and it is like from 2016 2017 it increased and it is very good. So that is actually the launch time of Geo. It's like in the mid of 2017 only Geo is launched. Okay, so after that what happened is the book value is getting reduced. There is some particular reason for this. I will discuss that very short. So EPS of the stock need to be increased, right? So that is one of the main thing we have to see when going for a value investment. So the EPS on March 2017 is again the highest one. After that uh, there is some increase from 2018 to 20, but still that is not to the peak level. Means that the company is diverting their things somewhere else. Let's check what now. So we can see that after 2017 there is some issues with Reliance and the price of the EPS and the other thing, right? EPS and book value both got decreased after 2017. So what happened actually? Let's check on the income statement. So this is change it to annually and consolidated. So now moving on with the consolidated, what is happening? So actually I am right now seeing for all the 6 entities at this moment. So at this moment, Reliance Industries is having a debt of around 1.6 lakh crore. Okay. The reason why the EPS reduced, earnings per share is reduced majorly because of the interest they are paying at their profit. See the one. So on 2017, comparatively from 2016 to 17 also, they paid higher interest. But again, that would be a marginally small value. So the earnings part, they earn a very good amount and profit very good on the March 2017 levels. And again, when you see from there, right, their interest got increased. That means that because of paying interest, what will happen is the profit of the company will get reduced. So that is the reason for this diversion happening here. The book value and EPS is getting reduced mainly because of this interest payment. So now, how can I get the best picture and best rate of these things? So now, as of now, the stock value increased like multiple folds from 2017 till now. But still, the profit level they are giving to a shareholder is not that much higher. Let me show you. Means that the valuation is getting increased, but that is not the nominal value. See here in 2017, there is so much advantage happen on this year when you are a Reliance stakeholder. Okay, your dividend will be higher on that year only. It's like we got a dividend of around close to 11 rupees, and there is actually a bonus in this year. That means they are doing very good during that time. See, there is a bonus on 2017. So it's like the stock was trading very close to 700 rupees at that moment. So they got something like a bonus, and it's very good. So now coming to this point, what is the best buy price for Reliance? So now they had expanded like anything, and they are paying interest all these things. Now when we go for the price, it is coming very close to 1,400 rupees, right? So the best buy price for Reliance to buy at this moment would be 950 to 1,150 levels. So that is where the Reliance will attract more buyers, and from there it will bounce. Means that from here it is going to have a good business, and the attractive price to buy Reliance would be like somewhat in the price range of 950 to 1,150. So that is the conclusion on the fundamental analysis for Reliance. The key advantage is there is a re-rating possibility for Reliance very shortly because of the combination of the six business they are doing. And this would increase the stock price from here to minimum 2 to 3 folds. So that is one guaranteed thing. And they have huge access to the user data. For example, right now the Reliance is giving the cheap data and previously they're giving free data. So that is the reason why they can able to come to the place where the biggest thing is happening, right? So they have the database of their the browse activity which we are doing in their mobiles. So from that they catch that what is the big thing that people are doing in this age category, in that age category. Accordingly, they customize their product and they come in different way. One more important thing, right now there is a deal between Facebook and Jio. So how this moves is everything which we do, right? People are updating in Facebook, right? I'm into this marriage and I'm looking to that product and I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling happy. All these things is getting recorded on Facebook. So what will happen is you're looking for something, right? So again, there is a partnership with Geo with the data. So the clarity will come very clearly what you're looking, where you're looking, and where you're put up. All these things will be coming to you very closely. So this is the preliminary stage for GeoMart, and from here it would be an advantageous move that will happen for Reliance with the use of data and with the use of Facebook. So that is like they have the combination of WhatsApp with them, so they can play accordingly. So that are one things that they have. So when you have any accounts, right, Flipkart or Amazon, so there is something like they have only the account and you could not be knowing anything. So it's like you will be ordering and you will be getting both in Flipkart and Amazon. But when you go for this module of GeoMart, that is something different. Whatever you need and whatever you're searching, everything will be known to them. So that is a different play they are having at this moment. So that is one important thing. There is some advantage on this Reliance stakeholders so that everything which is going to move fast in this upcoming digital world will get attracted easily in a different product of Reliance. So that is the main reason of the play that is going to happen in the upcoming days. So now moving on to the threats. The main important threat for Reliance at this moment. So Reliance being converted to a player from oil and gas sector to the voice communication provider and is providing data, right? So we are into a mobile communication which is happening from tower and all these things and OFC cables which is happening in the ground level work, everything. So right? Companies like Amazon and Google and even Facebook also is in the race to launch satellites and provide internet over the world. So that is their target and they are working on it. If this platform is released, right? So what will happen is the current rate which we are getting the data, right? That will become free for sure. Means that there won't be any privacy for what all things we are doing and accordingly things will do. So Amazon, it's actually a very big player in India at this moment. So they have the default license and they will come up with products. So they are not targeting on the parent place where they're targeting the whole world. So that is where the plan is. So this is a big threat for a company like who are into the mobile communication. So all the players in the mobile communication will have a threat. Particularly, who is the top player will be having so much issues and they are the data advantage player. And when the same data is getting free from the players like Amazon, Google, and other vendors, right? So that will face a huge impact and all the things, all the global players who are on this testing platforms are currently available in India on the same platform. So to launch that will not be a big deal. So that is very big threat for Reliance. So now moving on with the other things. So finally, you want to take this call on Reliance for a long time, right? So what are the things you want to check on a long term basis? That is the checklist I have put it here. So it's like when you take any stock for a long time basis, right? So fundamentally there will be some checks which should be there, right? So accordingly, you have to catch that point and you have to see all these things for every 3 months once. Means that red flag need to be removed, or else what will happen is you will not be realizing the place where majority of the stakeholders are moving away, and from there your stock will keep on reducing, but some people will differently go on average. So that problem will arise. So you will not be knowing the right place of exit. Means that you have to look for the reduction in the debt. The debt amount right now it's 1.6 lakh crore. So Reliance is having a plan to make a debt-free company within March 2020. That is one key important thing you have to note, and keep checking the promoter holders. Right now, it is very close to 50%, and there is so much dilution happen in Geo at this moment. So you have to check about that, and please make sure that they are holding the same percentage, or the any change that need to be accordingly same, or they go for any pledging. We have to check that. And again, the ultimate G score is very, very less, right? That is very close to 1.6 or 1.7. So that need to be improved in the upcoming year. So once they clear the debt, automatically this will become mood off. And check the interest spent, right? Interest spent, the value of the interest they are spending on the earnings, right? So that value is the primary cost for the reduction in EPS and book value of the share for the past 3 years. So that need to be controlled again from the March 2021 levels. I mean, I'm saying in the next year. So from the current price, the stock is moving, but this interest payment is again getting added, means it is not a valuable buy. Interest need to go down and the stock value need to go up. So that is how it need to go. That is the valuable investment. So this all I have for this Reliance analysis, my dear friends. So hope you have enjoyed my video. Try to share this important things to all your friends who are looking about Reliance. So this would be a knowledge sharing for them, and try to help to reach to the good people who are in the pass this information to all the people who are in the trading, so that they will be knowing about the fundamental things that need to be analyzed, basically when the stock need to be bought, and what are the things reasonable price, that all these things checks, all these things which is explained in this video, right, will be very clarity available to them. According to the industry, we have to go for some analysis. So all these things is explained here in a slight simple way. So that would be the basic idea. We have a disclaimer. We have a strong disclaimer. So investments are subject to market risk. So kindly consult your financial advisor before advising. So, and one more important thing, I am an investor in Reliance. So I am holding some stocks in Reliance. So that is also the important thing to be a key. Thanks, my dear friends, for watching this video. So for all this information related to different stocks, right? So keep updating the things in the comments on like what are the stocks you're looking to know about. We'll try to post some idea about the stock. Also, try to get the daily updates from our Telegram channel. So keep update us with all the support, so that we'll be providing all the useful videos related to stock market, my dear friends. Thanks for watching. Bye.